Hi, guys. I just want to go over a little bit about the pathway to owning a home. When I meet with a brand new client or somebody who's re engaging in the process, it can be a little bit intimidating. So, we use what's called a consultation to kind of present that process, the pathway to owning a home, and a snapshot of what that looks like when you are engaging in the process. You have obtained your pre approval, which is step one. So, just to go into the process a little bit, when I meet a new couple or a buyer that's looking to do something, have them come into my office, we sit down, we scribble out some ideas on what they are trying to achieve, what their goals might look like, and then revert back to the pathway to achieving those goals. So, first off, pre approval is imperative. We need this for two reasons. We want to know what's realistic, we want to know what planning we need to do financially to get ourselves to our goal. And thirdly, that's going to provide us a pre-approval letter or the leverage in negotiating the best deal possible. So when we're working with a client, we're trying to get them the best value for the best price in the location they want to be with the amenities and number of bedrooms they hope to achieve. So pre-approval step one. Just know that realtors work with some of the vetted and best mortgage brokers and lenders in the area. So don't be afraid to ask who they're working with or who they might refer, and it's okay to get a second opinion. Mainly, we go to our bank of choice or where we do our banking first, but there are some options out there and great to get opinions and education on that itself. Interest rates are not always they're always attractive, but not always the number one or only criteria you want to focus on. You want to make sure you have proper terms, conditions to that financial or mortgage vehicle, so that if you ever make changes down the road, you're not going to be locked in or costing yourself some money. So it's great to know what you're signing and what you are approving for. Secondly, we like to sit down and go over criteria. I like to ask my clients three questions. What location, what area of interest are you looking at? Do you have kids? Is there a school you're trying to keep your kids in? Do you need to be in a certain area? Do you work at the hospital? Do you need to be in that radius? A number of criteria that might go into location, or simply where do you like to spend your time, whether it's Eastlink or amenity, or if your shop's on the north side, that sometimes comes into play. So location is very, very important. Style of home, number of bedrooms. We always look at features and benefits. Benefits would be the size or utility, finished basement, some of those things. Features might be updated, countertops, lighting, upgraded flooring, some of those things. So that can give us some of the finite details to narrow our criteria. Once we've established what we're trying to achieve, we can look at providing that information on the price points that we might need to look at if we wanted to achieve all of those. We're always trying to hit 8 out of 10 markers. Obviously, pre-approval is going to be the biggest directive in what price point. So if we're approved to 300, we're probably not going to get a quarter section with a luxury home on it. We have to be realistic and educate ourselves. We might take a client out for 3 to 5 houses to try and educate them on what houses or what their expectations are. And that's really what this is about, is setting expectations for the realtor as well as the buyer itself, and then managing those expectations to achieve the goal we're trying to achieve. Thirdly, the process of buying a home looks just like that. We narrow the criteria, look at homes that do fit the criteria and the price point. Then we're going to tour through houses that do potentially meet your needs and narrow it down by the process of elimination. There's no fooling or selling in this process, because through that process of elimination, you're going to educate yourself what is the best buy and what is the best location and what meets the most criteria items we're trying to achieve. Once we've hit that point, we look at comps to find out what houses like that are selling for in that area, and we work out that information for our client and then try to build the strongest offer we can while achieving the best price. two different animals, but it is possible. We have the negotiation skills and ability to do just that. And there's a few things we do in the offer that might strengthen the presentation of it and make it more attractive to a seller. From there, we come to an agreement on price in a successful negotiation, and then we concierge our buyers all the way through the conditions. Conditions are those terms that have dates involved, like financing, property inspection, well reports, whatever it may be that we need to do in our due diligence period in order to satisfy what we need in going forward. Terms of the offer might be, a play center or an inclusion or having the carpets cleaned, an agreement between a buyer and seller that is going to be included in the deal but doesn't need to be done in order to proceed with the sale. It just needs to be done prior to possession date. We work systems that allow us to follow up, make sure our clients are completely comfortable in the home. If any improvements needed, we do have vetted contact lists and all of that information. Our network is our value, and that's what we're here for, is to concierge a buyer from start to finish and celebrate in the end and get you the property that you're hoping to achieve.